to Amazon is next Thursday. Meantime, Amazon announced today it's hiring 120,000 people this holiday season, and some of those jobs are right here in Western New York. Amazon is looking for part-time sortation associates at the Lancaster warehouse. According to their website, that means you'll be sorting packages, putting them on pallets, wrapping up those pallets, and then shipping them off. The pay is $11.27 an hour, and you have to be able to lift up to 49 pounds. Amazon is just the latest company to announce holiday hires. Here's a look at some of the others who are hiring. You can see Target is hiring 100,000 workers. Kohl's is hiring 69,000. And get this, 1 in 5 of those workers will become permanent employees next year. UPS and FedEx are looking for 95,000 and 50,000 people respectively, and JCPenney is hiring 40,000 people. Macy's is hiring 80,000. Bottom line, there are jobs out there if you are looking to make a little extra cash. I can't believe we're talking about the holidays already.
I know. Let's get through Halloween first. Right?
Well, and I want to bring in Aaron for this next story because today marks 11 years since the October storm that dumped as much as 27 inches of snow in some parts of Western New York, knocked out power for 400,000 people, and killed nearly 60,000 trees. I'm going to take you down memory lane here.
Okay, let's see. What do we have here?
Well, we did have a picture of me. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
I'm going to date myself a little bit. I was in high school. That was my first car.
Okay.
And look at the amount of snow that was in our driveway.
Your car was buried. Well, the storm was incredible, Hannah. That storm was caused by some very specific weather conditions. We're going to go to the weather computer right now. And we had this extremely strong cold front that rolled through the area early in October. It was oh, weather clicker's not working. So let me walk over. There we go. Okay, so this frontal system moved through, brought in some very, very cold air for this time of year. Now, Lake Erie was 62 degrees, so that lake was above normal, about 3 degrees above normal for October 12th. The air at 5,000 feet, though, was 43 degrees cooler than the lake. It was 19 degrees. So that set up the stage for some enormous instability out over the lake, resulting in 22.6 inches of heavy wet snow officially at the airport. And we found out it only takes about 2 to 3 inches of that heavy wet snow on top of a tree canopy like we have right now that will help bring down a lot of the trees and branches. So we had 22.6 inches of snow, thunder and lightning with that storm, and a number of fatalities as well. So it's one for the record books. You can say blizzard of 77, Snowvember, October storm, and everyone knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. And we've lived through them. Well, hopefully we won't see another storm like that anytime soon, so we can finally focus on fall here in Western New York, and it should be a good year for local pumpkin farmers.
That's right, Hannah. A Cornell professor says our dry, warm fall has really helped the pumpkins grow. So if you're looking for some pumpkins to decorate your home, you want to look for one with a strong stem and avoid any that have soft spots.
Yeah, it's got to be nice and round for me.
It's shaping up to be a great fall weekend too, Hannah, here in Western New York. And there are lots of parks and outdoor places to visit right in our backyard. One of them is East Aurora's Knox Farm State Park.
I love this park. Today, the State Department of Transportation installed 6 signs on local highways to help people find it. Supporters are hoping the signs will encourage new people to visit the park.
It's a beautiful park. It's a place where you can walk, you can relax, you can gather your thoughts, and that in and of itself is worth the trip. And people coming from out of state, I think, should make a stop there. It's worth it. But more particularly, people locally, I think a lot of people aren't aware of the park, and the signage certainly will help that awareness.
Knox Farm used to be a country estate for one local family. You can find it off Buffalo Road in East Aurora. I like to cross-country ski there in the winter, actually. It's some really great trails, so if you're looking to do that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I was there this summer, and it's just a gorgeous sight. Yeah.
Well, looking ahead to when things are a little bit cooler, the Buffalo Sabres will once again play in the NHL's Winter Classic, and tickets are now on sale.
Yeah, the Sabres are going to take on the New York Rangers at Citi Field in Queens on New Year's Day. It's the 10th anniversary of the outdoor game. The first one was played right here in Western New York, and I was at that game.
Nice.
It was perfect. You could see the snow was coming down. Well, it was perfect except for Sidney Crosby scoring there in the shootout. But that's another story. But yeah, oh, what a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
70,000 people enjoying hockey outdoors. Oh, it was so much fun.
Amazing. Well, hopefully this year we'll get a win, right?
Yeah, let's get one. Yeah.
Well, we're just getting started tonight on the Now Buffalo. Surprising number of us expect to blow through our budgets this holiday season.
Wow, we look at just how much we're going to spend and how we'll make up for using the extra cash. You're watching the Now Buffalo.
Welcome back in on your Thursday on the Now Buffalo. Well, I know I am already starting to get ready for the holidays. Aaron, do you usually set a budget when you're shopping for presents?
That's a great question. I don't think so. I just say, hey, let's be realistic here, because the bills are going to be coming in after the holidays.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll get this. A new survey from Coinstar shows 65% of us set budgets, but more than 75% of us expect to blow right through them.
Oh.
So let's break it down for you. More than half of people who say they'll go over budget will cap it at $100, but 15% say they'll go up to $250 over, and 1 in 10 say they'll exceed that $250.
So how do we make up for it? Well, we cut back on treats like expensive dinners. We try to spend less on everyday items like groceries, or we put less money into savings. We're not all responsible, though. 10% of us say we're going to put off paying our credit card or utility bills.
Ooh, you might be cold in the
need the
winter
heat,
while the money is short. You may want to check out Western New York's newest business. BarterCard opened its headquarters today in Orchard Park. The company lets businesses trade goods and services with other businesses. So let's say you run an advertising company and you need a tree removed from your yard. You could offer to design an ad for a landscaping company as payment for them removing that tree, no cash involved. That is pretty cool.
That's a great idea. I wonder who I can trade a weather forecast for.
I don't know. There's only one Aaron Minkowski.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, we still have a lot to get to on the Now Buffalo. There's a new take on successful schools here in the Queen City. A principal shares his hopes for the future.
Plus, there are a lot of unknown heroes from the Vegas shooting last week. Now the victims are trying to find the strangers who saved their lives. We're talking about it when the Now Buffalo continues. Welcome back into the Now Buffalo. Well, you may not know this, but public schools in the Queen City are changing as the school district works to incorporate the community into school life. Right now, there are 13 so-called community schools in Buffalo. The school serves as a hub where students and families can access resources to help with things like health and fitness or social services while also getting an education. Well, today the Buffalo School District is celebrating a 14th community school. PS 30 or Frank A. Sedita School on Lowell Place will hold special Saturday sessions for the rest of this school year and become a full community school next year. Here's what the school's new principal had to say about it.
When we build communities, we help them. They come here on a Saturday. We help them with their social, emotional, their wellness needs in the hope, and we know that it will lead to academic achievement, which is what we want for our kids. I hope that one of the students from here in 15 years, 20 years becomes the principal of this school, and that one of them becomes the mayor of the city of Buffalo.
Well, that may happen. A 15th community school is also planned for North Park Academy on Parkside Avenue. Speaking of school, I want to bring in Aaron because tomorrow is Friday, and that means high school football teams will be facing off under the lights. And every Thursday you give us a look at some of the matchups, the hot matchups. So who are we looking at this week?
We actually have two games to talk about this week, Hannah. They'll be at 7 p.m. on Friday. Williamsville East at Grand Island at 7 p.m. and Newfane taking on Wilson. You're going to find some fantastic football weather Friday evening with mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 60s. Good luck to both teams.
Yeah, Aaron, thank you. Right now in Northern California, hundreds of people remain missing and tens of thousands of people are still evacuated right now as the wildfires continue to burn. And today, firefighters are warning more people in Napa and Sonoma they should get ready to evacuate if the situation gets any worse. Nearly 24 fires have been burning for 4 days now, and many of them are still completely out of control. We're getting access to the fire lines for the first time right now. The Now's Chris Welch is near Calistoga to show us what fire crews are dealing with.
Yeah, I just want to give you a peek at where we are right now. Take a look behind us. You can see fire crews actively working a fire here on the scene. We are actually near the town of Calistoga. Now, what's interesting is that just the night before, the town of Calistoga, the entire town had to be evacuated because this fire was threatening the town. Now, what's making conditions extremely difficult for fire crews up here is the dryness. Just take a look. You can actually listen. You can hear how dry this grass is. It's made conditions so ripe for these fires to thrive. It's made it almost impossible, really has been impossible for crews to contain this. Here, what they're mostly worried about going into the rest of the day is those winds. That's always one of the biggest concerns with these types of fires. They're concerned that the winds could pick up, possibly gusts in the 40-mile-per-hour range, so that'll make things difficult. And fire officials still saying these fires could rage for another several days at minimum.
Chris, unbelievable images out of California tonight. Thank you for that report. Dozens of people are still in the hospital after the Las Vegas shooting, and more than a dozen are in critical condition. Now some of them are starting to search for the strangers who saved their lives. There are Facebook pages popping up all over like these. One is called Finding My LV Hero. Another is called Reunite Route 91. There are messages like this one saying, "This is my daughter and I at Route 91. We are looking for the gentleman who helped shield us from the gunfire and was struck in the calf." There are also stories of reunions like this one, a post saying this woman is looking for the people who helped her, but she is limited in letting her family know much about him since her jaw has been wired shut from the injury. She now found the people she was looking for. Unbelievable. Las Vegas hospitals are filled with messages of encouragement and thanks like these. They're also helping the people who were hurt by covering their medical costs. One has already said they won't require any payment from any of the victims. Others say they're collecting donations and they will be extremely sensitive to the financial status of the victims. Credit giant Equifax is reporting another possible security breach. This is a big deal because scammers could have everything from your social security number to your driver's license number. And we know your privacy and your money are important to you. That's why we were shocked to learn a lot of you haven't done anything in response to the hack. So you need to hear what can happen if you don't check your credit report and how quick and easy it is to actually do it. Just 1 out of 4 of us have checked our credit report after the Equifax breach. That's according to a new survey from the website creditcards.com. Our producer Christine did a test today, and it took just 60 seconds on Equifax's website to find out they were impacted by the breach and sign up for free identity theft protection. You can access your credit report there too. What you're looking for is any transactions that you don't recognize. You may just assume your information is already out there anyway, so why does it matter? But there are real consequences that could cost you time and money. The Identity Theft Resource Center found that thieves use stolen identities to do everything from filing taxes to running up medical bills. Identity theft cost the average victim around $1,300, according to the Department of Justice. Okay, guys, you don't want to miss this next story of hope. The FDA just approved a new treatment that could help thousands of blind people see. Now one man reflects on how it could dramatically change his life. Don't miss that story. You're watching Now Buffalo. Welcome back into the Now Buffalo. It's being called a breakthrough treatment that might let some people who are blind see again. Today, an FDA advisory committee approved the first gene therapy for a form of hereditary blindness. The FDA